Critical thinking time. Let's talk about Bitcoin and the recession. Is Bitcoin a good hedge against inflation and a recession? First, it's important to note that Bitcoin is currently down approximately 60%, a little bit more from its all-time high at 69,000, as we're currently trading at $22,000. This basically means if you bought Bitcoin at $69,000, you're essentially underwater. That the Bitcoin that you purchased at $69,000 is not worth $69,000 anymore. It is now worth whatever the market says it is. So if you use $69,000 cash, you bought one Bitcoin, guess what? Your investment is only worth approximately $22,000 or whatever the market is trading at. This is also immensely problematic because we are in a very interesting time. America is in a recession, inflation rates are skyrocketing across the world, and we are currently seeing the highest rate of inflation that we have seen in the last 40 years. So your $1 is not worth $1 anymore. It is worth a lot less. And please keep in mind, I own quite a bit of Bitcoin. So essentially this video is me fighting my own bags, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about this because not a whole lot of people do. What we do see, and what we do see people talk about, especially Bitcoin maximalists, is raw Bitcoin, rah, rah, rah. And they're praising it. They're talking about it. That's one of the only things that they're invested in. And if you propose a different idea that goes against the Bitcoin maximalist idea, they attack you. And to me, that's a little bit problematic because when you read Satoshi's white paper, essentially it means you are free to do whatever you want to do. There's no censorship, and it's about being self-sovereign and making decisions for yourself. That's a little bit contradictory, right? Another thing to take into consideration is anytime the media talks about Bitcoin, the experts that they have on, rah, Bitcoin. They just are shilling it, which that's their business, that's fine. But realistically, let's take a step back and let's think about this. Bitcoin has only been around for a little bit over 10 years, and we've never been through a recession with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was actually birthed out of the housing crash of 2008. And yes, I lived through it. I know people who lost their livelihood. So to sit here and to say that Bitcoin is this end all be all, it is the only cure, Bitcoin fixes this, that, and whatever, is not, I don't think, a good thing. And the reason why is because we don't know if it fixes all of these things. Bitcoin does a lot of good things, but at the same time, we have a lot of opposition. We don't know if Bitcoin is going to be classified as a security, a commodity, currency, whatever it is. We can speculate. And I'm by no means telling you to sell your Bitcoin and enter into alts. I'm just telling you to use critical thinking and think about, is it a good financial decision for you to invest into Bitcoin? And does Bitcoin truly solve global inflation? Does it fix recessions? Comment your thoughts below.